If you're a student in Australia and you are above 35 years of age, which simply means that you do not qualify for a postgraduate visa. Now, this is one of the things that you should consider doing. Number one, consider skill assessment. Check out yourself and ask yourself, what did I have in my first degree? And see if you can go through that route to do a skill assessment and get into the skilled visa pathway. Another one you can consider, because why I'm saying this is because if you are able to find out if you can do a skill assessment, I know some of you are even qualified for skill assessment, but probably you don't have the strength to study and go out and take some of the licenses exam and all of that. Some like optometrists, some like teachers and all of that, some like nurses, you take your NCLEX and all of that. So it's important that you consider what I'm saying, because it is better than actually planning to pack your bags. Now, number two is that if you actually have a skill assessment, I know that there are some states that will not accept you because you're unsure. They will not allow you to be able to apply for nomination. But come on, we have Western Australia, which is generous enough to help you to be able to take that lift. All right. And lucky enough, if your occupation is in the occupation list, both for federal and even both for state like Western Australia, it doesn't matter. You can actually move. All right. Very important. Now, the second one is if you are above 35 and you're studying and you're not qualified for a postgraduate visa in Australia. Another thing you should consider doing is that think about, okay, if you have a partner, maybe you should actually get advice to a partner and see if they can go do a master's program. Now, mark my word, relevant master's program. Very important, a master's program that will lead them into the general skilled migration pathway for Australia is important, because most time there are some particular master's education you do that they don't even help you at the end of the day, and many people have treaded that route. It is not good. Listen to what I'm saying. Now, the third one on my list is visa sponsorship. Yes, I said that. Now, if you're in Australia and actually as a student and you know that, okay, that you're above 35 and maybe this particular rule have just hinged up on you, one of the things you should consider doing right now is to be able to start checking for employers who can be able to sponsor you. Yes, it's very important. You can even consider even a training visa, because these things put you also on the pathway to get a permanent residency. For instance, we have visa 482, which is a sponsorship visa that actually, after working for like 1 or 2 years, you're able to actually get into the stream of permanent residency. Another one is visa 186. This one is one of the new ones that came in from the core occupation list. It's important because if you're able to have this kind of visas, it takes you also that pathway to permanent residency. At the end of the day, I've mentioned so many things. Now, this one is just your personal opinion. I'm not even a immigration agent, please. But one of the things I would just say is that maybe like you might also consider partner visa. Yes, maybe you fall in love with someone who is an Australian, an African Australian, whatever it is, Nepal Australian, Indian Australian or something, and you fall in love with them and all of that. I'm not a fan of backside kind of getting arranged stuff. No, I'm a fan of, if it's truly love you guys are doing, now you fall in love with somebody and all of that, you can actually go through that pathway of checking out partner visa pathway. Because if your partner is an Australian citizen, then something can also come up. Most Mara agents know about what I'm talking about. So check out these options I've listed and try to explore all of them. All right, if you have more questions, follow this page and make sure you actually comment in the comment section. Or respond to everything you want to ask about. Meanwhile, I wish you the best. Take care.